Alright, it's time to continue with the Starboard fleet. It's been a while since I have been flying this ship. I would say honestly that this is the best cruiser in the game. It is very cheap, it has really good DPS, it's fast, and in the hands of a good pilot, the Starboard fleet can do a lot of things that other more expensive ships can do. As for the fit, well, I haven't changed a lot of things. Let me just return my primary build. I use this ship most of the time with dual scramblers, a web and a mic web drive or an afterburner, depends on the target. But in most cases I run a afterburner. Now I still don't have any core for this ship. The Comet core is the newest one that we have. And of course the stats are very nice, but personally I don't feel like I have to use a core on this ship. It runs really well without the core already, so if I eventually buy a core, it will most likely be one of the blue ones or the green ones, because I really want to keep this ship as cheap as possible. The main difference between this ship and my other primary PvP ships is that this ship is dying a little bit often than my other ships. I think I lost the Starboard fleet maybe 2 times now, not quite sure. That's because I fly this ship for that specific purpose. I fly to have fun, and so far it works really well, and I can tell you we all have fun. So the speed was a little bit reduced from the last balance patch. I think it's a 5% difference, but it's still a very fast cruiser. The rest of the stats are the same, nothing has been changed. I have this ship as a armor tank, works really well, and surprisingly I would say tanky in a 1v1, but there are some ships that you have to be careful around. Okay, let's go towards the first target. Warping in, setting my orbit to 14-15 kilometers. We have a rattlesnake, and this rattlesnake has criminal timer. They have been tackled. They have defeated the previous 2 ships that have warped in. Now I will go and will orbit at 0. The rattlesnake has sentry drones, so they should not be able to do any damage to me. Orbit will be on 0. I have been webbed and I have been scrambled, but that's not a big problem because I can orbit at 0, and the damage from the missiles from the rattlesnake are not going to do a lot of damage. The rattlesnake is now into low hull. And the rattlesnake has been destroyed. Very nice. The armor did hold out very well. Let's see what's inside of the wreck. Oh, not bad. I'll take that. Alright, nice. Now let's burn away from the mission, and we can go towards the next target. Now this build is a little bit different. I was prepared to go and fight a Macariel, but the Macariel did finish the mission before we could land, so we did find one Armageddon that warped out. Okay, interesting. Well, looks like we have to play the little trick on this Armageddon in order to catch them, and the trick worked. Armageddon has been tackled. Now I am warping in. Not the best mid-slot module that I have for a Armageddon, but it will get the job done. They are in low armor. I will orbit at 11 kilometers. Well, the Armageddon was very quick to start shooting me. They are using medium drones. I should be able to tank that without a problem. I will change orbit to 11 kilometers again. Maybe I should use the tracking disruptors on the drones, because the Armageddon was using large rapid missiles. But in any case, the Armageddon has been destroyed. Another very nice kill. Alright, let's burn away and let's wait out the 5-minute timer.
Warp drive active.
Okay, warping towards the next target. I think we have a Dominix,
Autopilot disabled.
but I guess I'm about to find out what the next target is. Yep, it is a Dominix. Excellent. Very nice warping, nice and close. Dominix has been scrambled and webbed. I will orbit at 6 kilometers. Dominix losing shield. And they're taking full damage on armor. Looks like this Dominix does not have a good tank. Looks like this Dominix was built for sniping. I would assume that they have drone damage amplifiers or drone speed amplifiers, as well as other drone rigs installed. They are now into low armor. They are now into hull. Well, they have some form of a tank. I see that they are repairing armor. Although our DPS is easily overpowering the armor repairers. Dominix is now into low hull. Still repairing armor. But we managed to destroy that battleship. Very nice. That was a nice kill. Let's pull back the drone. Now I can burn away from the mission and wait out the criminal timer. I remember when I used to fly the RB Cortops, I would wait out the timer cloaked. It was and still is the safest way to wait out the timer. Okay, well, we are going towards the next target. We have a Gnosis. Okay, that's interesting. Let's quickly go and scramble the Gnosis. Also, I have to go and web the Gnosis. Scrambled and webbed. I will orbit at 10 kilometers. Or 11 kilometers in this case. This Gnosis has a nanocore. It looks very nice. One of the more interesting ships in the game. And of course the Gnosis starts to shoot at me. Well, the Gnosis has been destroyed. Very nice. That was a nice kill. Okay, let me start burning away from the mission and let me start waiting out the criminal timer.
Warp drive active.
Alright, warping towards the next target. Orbit at 3 or 5 kilometers should be enough. We have this battlecruiser as the primary target. They are losing shield. I'm slowly approaching towards the optimal range. They have been scrambled and webbed. Okay, they have been destroyed. Very nice.
Warp drive active.
I'm going towards the next target. Orbit is set at 0. Primary target will be the next battlecruiser. Although I warped a little bit far away. And of course they are shooting at me. That's to be expected, but large railguns will not be able to hit me at this range with this speed, so I should be good. However, my medium offense can hit that battlecruiser without a problem. Now this is where I made a little mistake. I should have warped away and warped back in, but I forgot about that, so I went and immediately went after the Oracle 3. Now the goal with this ship is to quickly go within the 0 kilometer orbit of any ship with large turrets, or with any ship that has three webs or 2 webs. In this case I have failed to do that, and I'm basically sitting still while the Oracle has really good tracking, and I got yeeted without much of a problem. Well, it happens. But let's watch the fight until the end. Maybe our crew here is going to be able to shoot down the Oracle. Looks like the Oracle is slowly preparing to warp out. And they are shooting at the Ortus, I believe. I believe they're shooting at the Ortus, might be wrong. The other cruiser has warped in, Omen Navy. I'll prepare to dock very soon. And of course I'll have to go and get the stabber back. Thankfully, insurance for that ship is very cheap, so that's practically one of the reasons why I love the ship so much. Even if it dies, you can easily get it back. Well, looks like the Oracle warped to the station. Well, the Oracle will be destroyed by the gate guns, so yeah, that was good. Definitely 100% a good fight. Well, I guess they warped to the other station. Well, let me just quickly go and change ships, and then we can continue with the roam.
Warp drive active.
Well, looks like they have already been looted. That was quick.
Docking
I
request
thought
accepted.
that I would get to see the wreck, however I was wrong. Well, turns out the Oracle did not get destroyed by the gate guns. I jumped in my Ashmu and went back to try to catch the Oracle. They were at this asteroid belt. And looks like the Ashmu is a little bit too slow with the afterburner. This is why I like the micro warp drive Ashmu. It doesn't have a problem with chasing ships around. And they also lost the criminal timer, so I believe they will warp out at any moment. Our RB covered ups trying to quickly burn towards them. That ship is very fast. $378 kilometers, and they are increasing range, and they are now warping out. I can warp to towards
Warp drive active.
my corp mate, and I will do that. Now the distance is 229 kilometers. Now I have an idea to wait until my corp mates are over 150 kilometers away from me, and then to warp in. And the Oracle warped away. Well, that was a nice attempt. We are still ISK positive in our fight. We have destroyed that one battlecruiser and we lost one stabber fleet. And I believe we have actually destroyed two of these battlecruisers. Let's just quickly check out the planet. Maybe they warped to the planet, but the planet is clear. That means they have warped to the station or to the gate. Well, let's go towards the next target. Back in the rusty Minmatar cruiser. We have a Caracal Navy. That was a good, very good warping. Almost in the optimal range of the scrambler and the web. Caracal has been webbed and scrambled. Okay, that was a nice kill. Let's take a look at the wreck. Was that a Predator? Was that a Predator web? That Caracal had a Predator web installed. That module was actually more expensive than the ship itself. Very interesting. Well then, hope that you enjoyed this little roam. Again, I really like this ship. One of the, well, not one of the best ships, definitely the best cruiser in the game. The best price to performance cruiser, and I'll definitely fly this ship a lot more into the future. With that being said, hope that you enjoyed. Stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.